Hey guys, welcome back to Man Cave Movies, and today we're going to be talking about
You jackass.
Happy Gilmore. So this new Happy Gilmore film follows Happy years and years after his pro golf career has kind of concluded. He gets out of it due to the death of his wife and just sort of starts spiraling from there. Kind of loses everything, just overall becomes sort of a bum type of character. And overall, I think this was actually a pretty good little comedy. I think it was respectful of the original. It had a lot of jokes on it that built on the OG. The joke that I referenced in my intro is built upon. Some of the stuff with Chubbs is built upon. The boss contractor with the nail in his head, that's built upon. So overall, it's definitely very, very referential to the first one. You can still enjoy it if you haven't seen it, but I definitely would recommend seeing that first one because you're going to get a lot more out of it than you would if you hadn't. A lot of the Shooter McGavin stuff would kind of be lost on you, which I think Shooter is awesome in this. I think he's an awesome character. Overall, just very, very, very fun vibes. It's still satisfying to see Happy Gilmore just crush a golf ball and just get that step up swing into it. So they definitely keep a lot of that and a lot of the crazy, ball bounces off a million things type of shots. There's a lot of cameos in this movie. Some of them are pretty funny, but I really think that Bad Bunny does a really good job, like even more than a cameo, because he's basically the caddy for most of the movie, and he's hilarious. His comedic timing's great. He's got a lot of great lines. He's honestly doing side quests at this point, because if you're into wrestling at all, he's also wrestled a few pretty good wrestling matches in the WWE, so dude is just kind of good at everything he touches, I guess. Yeah, he also introduces some really good fun bits. There's a lot of new fun bits in this movie. There's something about breadsticks that's really funny. There's a bit where basically everything that Happy has at any given point can be like a hidden flask. So, definitely a pretty funny little movie, but not a perfect one. So, going into what I didn't so much like about this movie, I think that there's almost too many cameos. I feel like if I can sit here and I can't list all of the cameos in this movie, that's kind of a problem. I mean, you've got Eminem, Boban, a lot of WWE pro wrestlers. You've got Bad Bunny. You've got so many others that I can't even really list all of them. Tons of pro golfers. The pro golfers actually do surprisingly well for not being actors, but just a lot of cameos. And it kind of becomes like Ready Player One, but with cameos, where there's just like so many things in there, and you're not gonna catch or get all of them just because there's so many coming at you at once. I also think that it kind of suffers from Netflix cinematography, if that makes any sense. Don't get me wrong, there are some Netflix films that are shot very well, very beautifully. But it seems like a lot of their mainline releases have a very specific cinematic style that's just getting kind of old and kind of flat at this point. It doesn't give off the same vibes cinematography wise as the original Happy Gilmore. That movie had more of a almost quirky filming style, and this one I just didn't feel like it had it as much. And the last thing that I kind of think could have been a little bit altered is they kind of go for the we're going to make fun of live golf with this maxi golf tournament that's just absurd, and it's these goofy quirky golfers, and I think that these movies succeed the best when Happy is the goofy quirky one and he's not the one that is with the traditionalists of golf, if that makes sense. Happy is very much not that person. And so when you say, okay, we've already got this goofy, absurd character, we're going to step it up like 5 notches and have those be the villains, it doesn't really work for me. It feels like it's a little too absurd. And I know it's a Happy Gilmore movie, but I don't know, it didn't really work all that well for me. That being said, though, I do think it's a fun movie. I really love the original Happy Gilmore, so just seeing a little bit more of these characters is definitely something that I enjoyed. I wouldn't be opposed to some more of Adam Sandler's movies getting some sequels just because I think that Sandler's style of comedy can kind of lend and build and do a lot with kind of showing these real immature kind of man-children characters that he's played in the past maturing a little bit. Um, his Happy definitely he cared about people, but he was definitely a little immature in that first movie. And in this one, I mean, his primary motivation for getting back into golf is raising money to send his daughter to ballet school and making sure that she has all the opportunities to kind of succeed and do what her dreams are. It's very, very, it's not selfish at all. He's not doing it to kind of get back on top or to do anything. He's doing it so he could send his daughter to school. And I really kind of enjoy seeing characters that initially are kind of these immature, not really taking things seriously type of characters develop into these really kind of caring and I wouldn't call Happy mature. He's not mature, but he has matured, if that makes sense. So overall, I would definitely recommend you stream it. I give it like a 3.5 out of 5. For reference, I give the original like a 4.5. So do with that what you will. It's solid, not as good as the original, but I definitely think you should take the time to watch it if you've got it.